Hi, I wanted to come on to share something that I thought was ultimately really helpful when people are looking through their things and trying to figure out what to let go of. So typically the question when you pick something up and you ask yourself, does this serve me? You know, it's a pretty direct question, and I believe that people usually have kind of an intuitive, quick gut response, which is usually the truth. Okay, now the voice can be really hard to hear, but I do believe there is that centered place that we all have from which truth springs. So the question, does this serve me? Let's say you pick up a mug and it's an old mug, or actually it could be a new mug, right? The question, does this serve me? Could be, does this literally, physically, like do something for me? Does this serve me emotionally? Does it fill me with joy? Right? Those are the kinds of questions that we want to ask. So in the case of the mug, do I actually use this mug, or is it just sitting here? If I don't use it, but every time I look at it, it reminds me of wonderful family vacations that I've taken in Cape Cod because it says Cape Cod on it. It's so important to me, I must have it. Great, there's your answer. Does this serve me? Yes, it does. It serves me in an emotional capacity. Sometimes though, and this is what I want to get at, we can say, does this serve me? And the answer is no. But what our brain does is we kind of ask ourselves another question behind the scenes, which is, do I want this to serve me, but it doesn't? Or do I think this should serve me because of guilt or something like that? So that's usually the question we end up responding to. So let's say you have that mug, and does it serve me is the question you ask yourself aloud. But what you're really hearing inside is, should this be serving me? And then you kind of answer, yeah, it should be. I should want to hold on to it. It should matter to me. I should be using it daily because my sister gave it to me and it was really expensive and I should. And that's what you end up answering. That's the question you end up answering. And then you end up holding on to it. When in reality, it's, does this serve me? Bam, the answer is no, it doesn't. I don't use it, and I don't like it, and I don't need it, and I don't want it. So out it should go. But what happens is, do I feel guilty that it's not serving me? Yes. And so therefore I'm gonna hold on to it. And back it goes in the cabinet, and you don't use it, and it doesn't serve you. So that's what I want to pinpoint today. I want to highlight that because I think that's a really big pitfall, a really big cavernous opening that we all fall into when we look at our things, and we're so desperately wanting to clear it up, but we don't end up letting go of anything because we're answering a question that we shouldn't be answering. We're answering a question that comes from feelings of shame or guilt or scarcity instead of the question that we should be answering, which is the basic, the reality, the truth. Does this actually serve me? Hope that helped.